Hey, this is Juan Felipe from the future, from the editing booth. I have to give you my apologies. This episode was supposed to come out in November 2025, and it's now May 2026, and only now I'm editing it. I'm sorry. It's going to be a little weird because we're going to be talking about the Halloween party that hadn't happened by the time we recorded it. So, a little weird of a timeline, but the episode is still worth it, so I still decided to put it out there. And soon you can also, probably it's already out, season 2. So stay tuned for that. And consider this one, even though we don't explicitly mention it, the last episode of season 1. Hey! So enjoy!
A neighbor was like, I thought it was stolen, so I called the police because it's
fuck?
not the kind of car you would normally see in that neighborhood. And we were like, oh my god.
Oh god.
These are the people that call the police if they see a wind turbine.
So,
How are you?
let's start with you.
I'm good. When was the last time we did this?
I think we saw each other.
Also, I have to keep in mind that this is being released not like the last one was the Halloween special. And
Yeah,
this is
last
mid-November.
one was the Halloween special.
Yeah.
I edited last week and it came live last night.
Okay.
So if our audience listens to it like during the week it came
And
out,
it's
it's like Halloween
Nice.
thing. But I think this one is gonna come out after Halloween.
Yes.
Yes.
Which means that you're going to hear all about our Halloween party.
Hell yeah!
That hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet, but in your timeline it already happened.
And also probably a lot of people who listened to this were there. So
Yeah, and also probably you saw some pictures on Instagram. Wasn't my costume fucking amazing? It's so fun because it hasn't happened.
it hasn't happened. But your costume was fucking amazing.
It was fucking amazing. I love it. It's like people who use their money, people who say money doesn't buy happiness, they're buying the wrong shit. Definitely. This was not so expensive and it was totally irresponsible, but I love it.
And when do you think you're going to wear it again? Like
Next
what?
Halloween, probably. I don't know.
You're just doomed to be this for the rest of your life.
Maybe. I don't care. I mean, to be honest, I would be a little surprised if the quality of the costume survives more than one proper party night.
Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, maybe it will just break and that's it.
I like how we're also talking about this. Like, we're not talking about the costume, but by the time this comes out, everyone know what the costume is.
Everyone knows what the costume is.
But right now, it feels weird to say it because I'm supposed to keep it a secret.
Yes, it's a secret. Nobody knows except all of you now know.
Yeah. Halloween has passed.
Has passed.
Oh, you know what really fucked me up? Or
What?
fucked me up 2 weeks ago when we were recording this?
What?
Daylight savings
Yes.
happened 2 weeks today/2 weeks ago. Like,
Yes,
Today.
yes. If you're listening to it, it happened 2
it
weeks
happened
ago.
2 weeks ago.
But for us, it's today.
I knew it was coming. I still woke up at 6. Like, normally I wake up at 7:30. Today I woke up at 6:30 and it was
Yes.
dark. And I was like, what is going on? Because my like internal sleep clock is pretty good. I wake up
Okay.
kind of at the same time every day, regardless of when I go to bed. I wake up at like 7:30.
Okay.
So then today I woke up and I was so confused, and I don't sleep with my phone next to me, so I didn't know what time it was. So I was like, something must be wrong because normally I don't wake up when it's dark. And then I
Okay.
checked it. And it was 6:30, and I was like, why is it 6:30? And then remembered that I had an extra hour of sleep, but that also meant that I'm kind of jet lagged in that sense.
Yes.
Where I'm an hour behind. Ahead? I don't know what
Ahead.
Ahead.
Yeah.
And it really fucked me up.
It
And I'm
really
really
fucked
not
you
looking forward to tomorrow when I have to go to work and I have to come back and it's dark already.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst.
This is the worst time of year. Like, I mean, everyone complains about the winter. This day
Yes.
is the worst day.
I agree.
It's
I
like
agree. 100%. This is when
hate it.
officially everything went to shit.
Yeah.
I hate it.
This is also the day. My favorite season is fall, like autumn.
Okay.
This is when it ends. Like autumn is all the way up till now,
It's
and now
September
it's winter.
up to when the fucking time
Time changes, then everything sucks.
November sucks.
November sucks.
I'm sorry, November. You
Also, today
suck.
was really cold.
It's fine. I was biking, so by the time I was halfway here, I was
yeah.
like totally warm.
Yesterday, I went to Norskålen, which is near, like, on the west coast of Sjælland, which was beautiful. It's
okay.
really nice. It's one of the last remaining, like, old growth forests in Denmark. There's not
Okay.
that much of that. They've fucking deforested everything.
Okay.
But this one was nice. But we biked because you can't really get there by public transport. We took the C train all the way to Felixund and then biked an hour to the forest, which was nice. But it just rained all the way.
Yeah, yesterday was raining
Yesterday
all
was
afternoon.
shit. But like in the forest, you don't really feel it. But when you're biking there, you're like, I hate
my life.
everything. And both me and Monica didn't have like the mud guards on our bikes.
Oh,
so
that
we have
sucks.
mud all the way up our back. I luckily have the long raincoat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Monica was muddy.
I think it's a priority for me in my bike to have the mud guard in the back because
Yeah.
I really hate it. Like
I'm using that like an old bike that doesn't have any shit. And then that's also why my tire's flat today is because we went on gravel and it didn't actually deflate while we were biking. Like when I got home yesterday, it was fine. But this morning, it was very flat. So I have to figure out if there's like if I just need to pump it up again or if it's...
Did you go by bike? No.
No. Because I was already running late, and then I was like, I don't have time to like, so I just got on the bus.
She woke up 1 hour earlier, and she managed to get late. Are you South American by any chance?
I was so ready to go out the door, and then Monica, because I'm planning this trip to Japan, and Monica might come. Yeah. So she was asking me about flights, so I had to spend like half an hour figuring out flights with her.
Yeah.
And then I was running late. And then also, I'm planning this freaking Halloween party. So, like, today I'm going to make a disco pumpkin.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I have, like, all these decoration ideas. I'm, like, really gone.
I love it. I love that you just convinced the right person. They take care of it. And I'm just going to show up with my cool costume.
But I'm really, like, this is peak ADHD because I have so many ideas and not enough time to do all of them. And I also can't organize them in my head. So every morning I wake up and I have, like, 20 things that I have to think of, that I'm thinking of. And then I'm like, no, you have to choose, like, 4. But I can't choose 4.
You remind me of me writing my thesis.
It's really bad. So I've chosen like disco pumpkin is like 100%.
Disco pumpkin is totally happening.
That's the only thing I've like really committed to.
I love it. And I love that it's like in the pamphlet, like in the invitation. Yeah. It's like there's a disco pumpkin. Exactly. I just love it.
And then I was like, when I made the invitation, I was like, okay, I put it in the invitation. Yes. Therefore I have to make it.
It's a promise.
I've bought like the little mirrors. And Ivan's going to help me make this disco pumpkin today. Yeah.
So you're meeting with him later?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to a studio later. And then there's also, like, Monica has ideas to make, like, paper mache pumpkin bowls that we can, like, put candy in.
Oh, I love it.
And I have, like, little jars. Actually, I have a lot of jars. And I'm going to put, like, I don't know exactly how to describe this, but there's going to be candles inside, and there'll be, like, shadows of spooky things.
Spooky things?
Yeah. And then I also, anyway, if you're listening to this, you already know the party's already passed. But there's going to be a dance floor, and there's going to be a snack table, and there's going to be a drink station. But it's going to be called, like, mix your own potion station. So you, like, make your own drink, and there's going to be the living room where you sit and chat. And then there's, like, the middle, because the dining room is going to be the dance floor. And then the living room's the sitting area. So in between is my room. My room is going to be a haunted forest. Which... I realize saying this now is actually kind of dangerous because if I don't do all that, then everyone will know.
Everyone will be like, oh, she's such a poser. None of that actually happened. And that part was really lame and this was not even ready.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, this is all in my head and I'm like, I need to do this, but I have no idea when I'm going to do it.
You have until Friday.
I have until Friday, but every evening I have something.
Really? You're that busy?
Yes. On Monday, I'm teaching Boogie Woogie.
You're teaching Boogie Woogie?
Yeah.
Wow. You went to, I need to learn to, I'm teaching it.
I still need to learn. But it's because they've started this Boogie Woogie class at Swing Shoes that Nikolai and Ida are teaching, but Ida's not there. And so I've been called in as a substitute. Okay. Which is really terrifying because I don't really, like, I've danced quotation marks boogie for like a month and a half, 2 months.
Okay. Do you know who is in the class or like, do you have any
Kind
idea?
of, it's all swing dancers. So like, it's
people know how to dance.
People know how to dance and people know, I think I sort of like peeked in last time and I know a lot of the people. I know enough that I'm better than them. Okay. But I am not good at it. So. Okay.
But I think that's enough if Nikolai is going to take care of the really teaching. Exactly. And you're just going to be there
I'm just like a prop.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's fine. Sometimes classes go like that and they work. Exactly. Like dancing classes sometimes are fine like that.
That's how it's going to be.
Okay. Sounds good. Tuesday then I have someone to teach me next semester.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, every day is dancing at this point, and I really need to like
Wow.
not do that.
You're really committed. But on Tuesday there's nothing.
No, but I'm practicing aerials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I'm actually practicing aerials again on Wednesday. And then I have dance practice. This is just, again, mental health issues. I can't set boundaries. I have too much I want to do. Like, it's not good. This is not good for me. But I'm doing it anyway because it's fun. But it's fine. This week is going to be like crazy busy. And then next week, kind of chill.
It's already November, so you can just
Exactly.
chill at home with your tiny violin.
Exactly. And that's what I'm that's what I'm gonna do. But this week is busy. But I'm excited about it because like I love decorating.
I'm
Or
glad.
I love okay, it's not just that I love decorating because like anyone can decorate. You can like buy shit at the store and decorate.
Yes.
I love doing my own decorations with like the least amount of things possible.
So
or like least amount of things
the
to
most
buy.
amount of time.
Exactly.
Which
I
is
just
what
find
you
it
don't have.
so it's like my enrichment activity where I'm like, okay, how do I make this the most banging party ever with just sticks from outside? Kind of like mentality. I don't want to be buying things.
Go trash diving and like whatever I find, I'm
oh,
gonna
do you want to see
hang
what I
in the.
got from the trash?
Okay. This is what is being Valerie's friend is like.
It doesn't work yet because it doesn't have batteries.
Oh my God, what is? Oh, is that a?
like it does like what is it? Carlo Galaxy projector, and when you
What?
turn it on, it has these lights that like go around.
But it's like lights or lasers.
I don't know. I haven't turned it on because it
Okay.
doesn't have batteries. Well, I mean, I also don't even know if it works. It was in the trash, but I want to try it. I found it this morning. I want to try. I want it for the party. But
I really know that your spirit animal is a raccoon. I'm so sure of it. It's like a dancing raccoon.
Oh, they're non-replaceable LED bulbs. Maybe the LEDs are gone.
Yeah, just put batteries on it and see,
And
what,
see what
happens.
happens.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna explode.
No. But it'd be cool if it worked because I really want one of these for the party.
Yeah.
In
Also,
addition to my
I had
disco
to buy
pumpkin.
batteries because my costume requires batteries. It's so cool. I'm so happy. I don't know how am I gonna dance with it, but at least like the upper half of my body is like outside, so I won't be cooked. I will be able to eat.
True. Can you sit?
No.
Then you'll have to dance all night.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be standing all night. At
That's
some point, I'll
fine.
just take it off and just be in the pile.
Will
that
you
it
bring
will
pants?
Eventually. I mean, I'm gonna be wearing pants underneath.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just make it? I don't know. Isn't it gonna be warm?
No, actually, you have a lot of
I
isolation.
guess there's a fan.
There is a fan
Okay.
to keep it like pressurized.
You should just not wear pants because it's funnier.
Look at my cock.
Exactly.
That's okay. I'm just gonna let that comment pass.
Okay. Yeah. So, again, everything we just said, probably you already know.
Yeah, and if you have no idea what we were talking about, first of all, I'm so sorry. And second, you should follow us on Instagram because there will be a lot of
Yes.
stories about that party and it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Also, we talked about the party last episode a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the formality is that now there is an invitation. We have invited people. It's gonna happen.
There's a playlist.
There's a playlist, yes, and we have costumes. Do you have your costume
I
already?
have my costume.
Okay. What is your costume?
I'm gonna be chicken farmer.
Chicken
I was
farmer.
a chicken farmer
You
in the past.
You have experience with that.
I need to find a hat, but I'm pretty sure I know where to find one, like a straw hat. And I'm gonna make eggs, put little eggs in a basket, and then dye them orange, and then hand them out to people make them little pumpkins, and then hand them out to people.
It's a pumpkin egg.
Pumpkin, yeah, laid by Halloween chickens.
Are they gonna be boiled eggs or
Yes.
like okay?
Oh, should I do like Russian roulette where you don't know if you get a boiled egg or not?
I can figure out how they are without.
Yeah, I
breaking
know. Shut up.
them.
But not everyone can.
My point is, if they're not cooked, that could and will be a mess at some
Yeah,
point.
it will be, and I also have to clean that up because it's my house.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do boiled.
You're gonna boil them. Maybe you can boil them and tell them that probably is not boiled.
What? And then they'll just have an egg that they don't want to open.
They don't know.
That's true.
I mean, I think playing with the uncertainty could be funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it because I also chicken farmer. I know. So growing up, in North America, you know that Halloween is not necessarily about being scary, but I feel like in Europe they think it's supposed to be about being scary.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like everyone I've talked to who's European who I've invited is like, oh, I need to do something scary, which is fine. I think that's, but
doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to be, but I feel like they're going to expect it to be scary. So my scariness is you don't know whether you get a boiled egg or a raw egg.
You're scared of uncertainty,
Yeah,
just like in
exactly.
real life.
Yeah. I like to play on people's real fears instead of like ghosts. Okay, so yeah, that's the Halloween part of the non-Halloween special.
The second Halloween
Second Halloween special.
Like Halloween part
Post-Halloween special.
The
There's a
pre-Halloween special. I love that in the next episode we're gonna be talking about how the party went.
I know. And that'll be like end of
they'll
November.
be like in December, like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Has he handed in already?
Okay, yeah. How are you? How is the PhD?
The fuck me.
Are you writing?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Then it's fine.
I still have a lot of things in my head, and I'm like, should I put in? Should I put blah, blah, blah.
I know how you feel. I'm organizing a Halloween party.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I heard.
the same thing.
I heard.
It's equally difficult.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Just as difficult, Valerie.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's been not great, but it's been also kind of okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The last Thursday, Friday, there was a trip organized by the PhD school where we signed up and they took us on a bus all the way to Jutland to see the largest wind turbines in the world.
Oh, you went to where we were?
Oosterheil, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We went 2 years ago-ish in the summer.
Are the turbines bigger?
They are bigger now.
Really?
Yes, they have new wind turbines bigger.
No way.
Yes.
That's so cool.
They have a new wind turbine at Siemens Gamesa that is 15 megawatts
Wow.
in power.
Wait. I thought the ones that we saw were 15 megawatts.
No, so sorry. Yes, the one that we saw was 15 megawatts. That was 236 meters in diameter.
Yeah.
This one is 22 megawatts.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit,
That's
indeed.
big.
Yes. And if you go there right now, it's officially the secret turbine because it hasn't been revealed and it's like very new.
Are you allowed to say it in this podcast then?
Yes, because if you Google it, you find out that it's
okay.
the Siemens Gamesa. It's a 22 megawatt, like 21.5 ish.
Big.
And I don't remember the diameter, but it's like 270 something. It's stupidly big, and it's just, I love it.
I love it.
And it was a great trip because it was a bunch of PhD students. So you have first year, second year, and third year. The third year, we were like the seniors, and like we're like fine, like we were like notably more serious and tired. And then you have the first year PhD students running like headless chicken and having a bunch of vodka and like they were drinking in the bus. They were like in a more party spirit. It was fun to share with them because you kind of get contagious with like, okay, I'm gonna relax these 2 days.
Yeah,
it was nice. And also on the way we went to in Föhn. There is the Vestas factory for the nacelle of the turbine. The nacelle is the thing that is in the nose of the turbine that has the generator, the gearbox, the shaft, everything. That's the thing that converts the mechanical power to electrical power. And it was so nice. They were absolutely huge. They were showing us the nacelles for the 236, so the one that is 15 megawatts. They look like a 3-story building house. Like take 2 average Danish houses together. That's the size of one of those nacelles. And the point is, like, yeah, they look absolutely huge. They were showing us the manufacturing process, some of the things, like, and the factory was nice. And then when you get to actually see the turbine up there in Oosterheil, it looks tiny. It looks so tiny from down there.
You know how there's a lot of conversation around recycling wind turbines?
Yes.
They should totally make the nacelles into houses.
I would totally live inside a nacelle. Yeah. You just cut out some windows.
Exactly.
Yes.
Easy.
It's totally fine.
100%.
100% would do it. Yeah. Yeah, it was also kind of nice because a lot of the you would guess that a PhD student at DTU Wind knows a shit ton of a lot about wind turbines, and not necessarily. A lot of people are into other parts of the turbine. So I am on the turbine itself, so I knew a lot about that. But there were a lot of people in like the electricity markets, the connection to the grid, the civil engineering for make them float. So I mean they don't know shit about the blades, and fair enough, it's not their field. So they had a lot of quote unquote dumb questions, which well, like, yeah, that is a very fair question. It's like, oh, they are bendy. Like, yeah, they're very very bendy. Like some people said, like, oh, like I had like an uncle or someone like a grown up who thought that people lived in a wind turbine. Like if they were
Honestly, that's so valid.
that's so
They
valid.
should make also the towers. They should make into
The
houses.
towers, but he thought they were like lighthouses.
Okay,
Kind of, which
that's really
makes
cute.
sense.
Yeah.
If you've never been close to one of those,
Yeah.
fair assumption.
Also, not a bad idea. They should totally have
it's kind of
someone
a
up
bad
there.
idea.
Why?
They move too much.
Yeah, okay, then it's like, extra.
It feels more like being on a boat
Spice.
than being on a tower.
There are people who live on boats.
That's true. We also went to the port that is like so when you build a wind turbine out and offshore, you have a port that is closed where like all the operations happen there. So you assemble things on the port, you have the boats on the port, you have the people, the repairs, everything, and then you send it to the offshore wind farm where you're building the stuff. We went to one of those in the west coast of Denmark. It was absolutely amazing, and it was very nice to see some more practical stuff. Like, what vessels do they have? How long are they there? How long does it take to put a monopile in the tower? And why don't they work in winter? And why and what about the waves? Are they like, how big of a wave can you handle, like, to people living there? Like, they go on a vessel, they stay on a huge vessel for like 2 weeks, and then they come back for a week. It's crazy. It's absolutely amazing.
So cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
I didn't know they didn't work in winter.
I mean, it's not that they don't work, but they don't put stuff. Like they still work and prepare stuff, but because of the waves and the wind, which are much more
Big.
wild in the winter, they don't put them up there. So they have like windows of like the wind must be less than 14 meters per second for them to put the tower or the nacelle or whatever. Like there are a bunch of like rules that they have to follow for that. And of course the vessels are huge because they need to have the cranes for putting up basically a huge building.
Yeah.
So it's just, so impressive.
Wait, maybe we talked about this before, but I had this thing at work where we were trying to. Someone had asked us whether it was worth building one of those boats because the wind turbines were getting bigger so fast that maybe it's not worth it because it takes so long to build one of those boats. And we were like, we had this. I actually asked you because I was arguing with my boss.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're going to get bigger. And he's like, no. And I was like, they're going to get bigger. And then I think eventually ended up telling them that they weren't going to get bigger. And that was it was such a bad call. I think now if they're building if they're building a vessel that's built for 15 megawatt turbines, by the time it's done, there's going to be like 26 megawatt turbines. I think China already has like a 25, 26.
That's the thing. We were like, we heard a bunch of stuff, mostly from Vestas. What they told us is like they're not gonna focus in the foreseeable future on larger wind turbines.
Yeah,
they're just gonna keep at most 15. The largest the one they have is 15. I doubt they go beyond 22, and they're gonna focus on making that very reliable and very like economically competitive. So they want to make a very good product that makes them money, which I agree, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think, you can put your engineers and your current factories to make a 22, 25, 30 megawatt wind turbine. But from that to making thousands and make them have money and make them last 30 years, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. You're also you don't really want to be in direct competition with Chinese manufacturers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like right now, at least how it's seen here in Europe, like China is like, okay, the biggest, but not reliable.
No. Yeah.
So, I mean, you have a larger wind turbine, but you cannot, I mean...
It's funny because I see this a lot from the political side. We were doing this thing with, there was a German offshore wind tender in the North Sea that had announced that they were using Chinese turbines, which politically is like, kind of like, whoa, because there's so many European manufacturers. The fact you're going Chinese one is like, big deal.
Yes.
Then we made, like, this was months ago, and when they first announced it, me and like another colleague were like, there's no way they're going to let that go through politically because you're like choosing to not support domestic manufacturers, and that's like a big deal. Then they called it off like a month and a half ago, and we were like, haha, I told you. But the reason they call it off, which they never actually tell you if it's political, but the technical reason they call it off is because they couldn't rely on
Yeah.
the Chinese manufacturer to deliver, which I think it's a bit of both. It's that they couldn't rely on it, but also because it's so politically charged to use
Yeah.
an imported turbine if you have domestic manufacturing. But they would never say that because then you piss China off and be like,
Yeah.
"Nah." But it's always fun to see. Also, they come up with some technical reason,
Yeah.
which I'm sure is also true.
There's also some truth to that. Yeah.
But it's also, I'm like, hey.
Yeah. It also kind of sucks a little bit because last time we were in Oosterweel, we saw the 236 meters in diameter wind turbine, and we said, that's the biggest wind turbine in the world. Now we went and we saw an even larger wind turbine, which was 270 something meters in diameter.
Yeah.
And we said, that is the biggest wind turbine in the world outside of China.
Yeah.
But that sucks a little bit. But also we know that one is more reliable than the ones that they have in China. So yeah.
Can we go to my topic because you told me to come up with a topic?
Sure. Let's go to your topic.
It's
What is the
related.
topic? It's related. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is a good segue. So you told me to come up with a topic, and I haven't told you what it is.
Yeah. Last topics I have been suggesting. Now it was your turn.
Yeah.
And yeah, you haven't told me about
Nope.
it, and you found out that this was your topic yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is the level of preparedness that
Yes.
this podcast.
So this isn't really well prepared. I have no idea how this conversation is going to go, but it's a conversation that we have at work. So it's like relatively political,
Okay.
but not too political. Like you can interact with it even if you don't do politics.
Okay. I hope so.
So
Oof.
we have this conversation. Actually, okay, this is actually something even before I talked about this at work. I talked about it when Brexit happened because I am a British citizen.
You are a British citizen?
I'm a British citizen.
Holy shit.
Which
I
means-
didn't know that.
My dad's British.
Again,
half British.
you are so fucking weird.
I'm not proud of the fact that I'm British, so I don't tell anyone, but I am a
Okay.
British citizen.
So you have a British passport?
I have a British passport,
Oh, shit.
which in 2016 and before, that was a great thing to have
Yeah.
because I was in the EU, or like I was an EU citizen.
Yeah.
Brexit happened, maybe, I don't remember, it was 2016, sometime around then. Brexit happened. Then I lost EU citizenship and I
Yeah.
fucking hated it.
I'm so sorry.
I managed to work in Brussels for 2 years as an EU citizen before the UK officially left.
Yes,
So
it was decided that they were gonna leave, but it was not formalized yet.
no,
so
and then they did a referendum, or they did another election. They it took a long time
Yeah.
from when the
Yeah, a
vote
few
actually
years.
happened to when they actually left. So I lived and worked in Brussels for 2 years as an EU citizen, but then like at the end of that year, I was no longer EU citizen. I could still stay in Brussels, but like when I moved to Copenhagen, for example, I had to come in as a Canadian because being a UK citizen was not any more advantageous than being Canadian.
Yeah,
So I
so
just came
you
in as
just
Canadian.
chose Canadian.
When the Brexit vote happened, I was at university with a couple of other people who were also British who were like, what the fuck? Like this is like the dumbest decision ever.
Did you vote?
I voted
Okay.
against, and also I voted in the next election, which was technically like another referendum, but it wasn't, again, against. And they'd all voted against, and we were all like, this is fucking stupid. We should never let people decide political decisions. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. They're stupid. We were kind of like in an angry mode.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And we were like, democracy sucks. That was sort of like our... it was a bit of an extreme thing, but we were like, it should rather be like a meritocracy, and people should be like elected based on their, not that like a popularity contest, but based on their merits and like intelligence and like, you know, they were qualified to do something. Like I've come away from that a little bit because I think that kind of could lead to fascism if you use it wrong.
Yeah, it could easily go wrong, but fair enough.
In the context of the climate crisis, there is a lot of conversation about what kind of political regimes are most effective. And of course, I've grown up in democracies and still live in democracy. And I think democracy is cool. I'm still pissed off about Brexit. And I still think if you have bad communication about certain political things, you can like easily influence a lot of people.
Easily. And now it's so easy with the fake news,
Exactly.
AI,
And I think it's
controlling the
getting
media.
worse. And I think there is sort of a wave across Europe of like right-wing nationalism and populism that comes from people being kind of disillusioned about not only their governments and democracy, but just like their living in general. Even if like Europe is still kind of almost like you want to be in Europe if you're living. Like it has the highest living standards in the world. Generally, like you can be happy and prosper here. That's like sort of the baseline.
Yeah.
And I think it's good.
That's the gist of it.
But then you have China, which is kind of actually a dictatorship and authoritarian regime who on climate are doing fairly well
Yes.
in terms of they're not really reducing emissions, but they are building a lot of wind turbines and solar panels, da da da. So a lot of conversation at work, which isn't really serious because we're all fairly pro-democracy and maybe we've just been brainwashed, but like, is it better to have someone just like telling you what to do, sort of organizing a society in purely in the context of climate change, not anything else, like not for people's happiness and not for whatever. If you were to try and decarbonize a country, what kind of government would you want? And would you want decision-making to be democratic and fair and slow? Or would you want it to be like, I'm just a person who knows how to decarbonize this country. You have to do what I say.
You have to do what I say.
Yeah.
You cannot question it.
You can't question it. Obviously, there's so many things wrong with that, but does that make it so you reduce emissions faster than having everyone input into it?
Yes.
And like, we talk about this a lot. I actually think the answer might be no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think when you're one person making decisions, you always have a bias and you always have sort of a limited view. Like, you don't know what the consequences of your actions are because a country is such a big place and such a complex sort of system that you could say, we're going to stop farming because it has too many emissions. But that, like, in turn sort of has economic consequences. That means that you have to, you know, build up, I don't know, car manufacturing because you don't have an industry anymore, which is more intensive. So I don't know, because China, for example, is not reducing emissions faster. They're building a lot of things to reduce emissions, but they're not reducing emissions. And they haven't even peaked yet. So what is the middle ground where you have people can make decisions about things? You kind of have like wisdom of the masses, even if the masses aren't that smart or informed. And then you have an authoritarian regime. And where is it, like, who should be making decisions on climate and what kind of structure should it be in?
This reminds me of something that came up for DTU like yesterday or before. There will be a documentary that is going to come on TV where they are criticizing DTU Win specifically.
Really?
And there is a formal email that they sent at work. I haven't read it, but I was like, some of my coworkers read it and they were talking about it. Basically, and I probably should have read it before I'm talking about this in the podcast, so take this with a pinch of salt. Basically, the criticism that the media and like everyone is doing is saying like DTU Wind has too many ties with the industry. Companies like Vestas and Siemens that obviously are pro-wind. They listen very little to the communes and the people who are affected, quote unquote, affected by the wind turbines and their farms and their lands and whatever. And this is bad. Like, they are too biased in pro of an industry that doesn't care about us. They don't listen to us, and their research is biased and like, no. And I think my feeling is like there is just a very small group of people that are very, very loud. And they're just making everything in their power to put in public and the TV and everything, like how bad this is for everyone.
Okay, you're saying the people opposing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I think it's really, really bad because, first of all, like the ties with the industry. If you are just doing research and you don't have any tie with the industry, you get criticized because what you're doing is just a bubble, an academic bubble that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
So it's bad. And if you have ties with the industry, it's also bad because now you're biased. And it's like, what the fuck? What do you want?
Yeah.
And they don't realize how many internal discussions and battles we have with the industry. Like, the industry wants us to do things that are just like in pro of them and their profit, and we want to do things in pro of research.
Yeah.
And we end up having a middle ground where we do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like, sure, like that's how it works. Otherwise, no one would benefit. And they just see like, oh, they're working with Vestas, therefore they are pro Vestas. Like, no, not at all. And also, like, they're quote unquote affected by the wind turbines. Like, if they don't get compensated by their land and the noise and everything, and also very little is now being put on land. Now everything is offshore. They don't even see them. What the fuck is your problem? Like, you have these ports that traditionally for decades and centuries they have been for fishing.
Yeah.
Now over half of their income and their economic industry is offshore wind farms. And they feel like they are losing their identity because now I don't fish. I work on a port making wind turbines. Like, yeah, humanity moves on. And it's not like you're not longer doing fish stuff. It's like you are now
Doing
doing
both.
fish and something else that, it's profitable for you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's
So I feel like in that sense, like for example, like bad decisions for climate, for example, taken by a lot of people are affected in a bad way by these kind of opinions.
yeah.
Saying like, oh, this is terribly bad because you're doing this. Is like, first of all, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're totally biased. And second, yeah, there are some things
So
that are not gonna be the same.
You're pro-authoritarianism.
Yeah,
They
that's-
should
I
just
think
do
that's-
it.
Yeah, at some point you just need to find someone who's like, yeah, we're gonna take your land. This is a compensation.
Yeah.
You don't like it. I don't care. Fuck yourself. I don't care that all your family has lived in this land for forever. Like, we have to move on, and there is a price to pay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of what China does.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, this also happens to an extent in other places, also Europe and the US and Canada, where there's NIMBYism in
Yeah.
like across, especially Europe. I feel like Europe is in this place where they think that they can get through this climate transition and they can sort of be comfortable in a climate transition or an energy transition where, you know, they outsource all of the mining to other places.
Yeah.
And the wind turbines can go elsewhere, you know, and I'm all for the green transition.
As long as
As long as it's not for me.
Yeah,
Like, as long as
exactly.
I don't have to do any of the dirty work, which
Yeah.
there's like a kind of exceptionalism that only happens in first world countries, that
Yes.
Europe is like a big culprit of that. Like, I want it to be clean for me.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating. And I think the governments are starting. It's funny because this is still the mindset of like across Europe. Governments are starting to be like, okay, y'all need to like step the fuck up because
Yeah.
this isn't going to happen if you won't allow me to put a freaking wind turbine in your farm or like in your field, which I actually think for the most part, people are okay with it.
That's the thing. Like, if you talk to people,
Yeah.
like actual people, they're fine.
As long as there's good communication around it, they
Yeah.
know what's in it for them. And
Yeah.
they feel like people want to be contributing to something that's, in essence, a good thing.
Yeah, and especially younger people.
And a movie, yeah, exactly. Especially younger, but also like if you tell a farmer, they're like, I mean, it's obviously sort of skewed that old people don't want change and da da da.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot of farmers across Europe who are like,
Yeah, pro.
I want to be part of this. Like, I have farmed my whole life, and this might change it slightly, but you know, I want this for my kids. At least that's the argument.
Yes, and of course, yeah. What I said, it doesn't apply to everyone. If you
Yeah.
go to Jutland, you see a lot of like small farms
Yeah.
that they have a small wind turbine
Yeah.
producing energy for them. And I haven't spoken to the owner of the farm, but what I guess is like this guy saw that there's this resource that is basically free. You just put on a wind turbine, and maybe it's not connected to the grid. Maybe it's not helping to the industry of the entire country or the EU, but is giving you energy. It's a good thing. And yeah, it's out there being rotating and flapping and being a little noisy. Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
It's so windy outside that you don't like even without the
You
wind
can't even
wind
hear
turbine.
it. Yeah.
It's noisy.
It's windy. Yeah, it's windy.
It's fucking windy. It's Jutland, okay?
Yeah.
So
But then there are
yeah.
always the loud people, which this is the same thing that happened with Brexit. Is
Yes.
I mean, it was half in the referendum, but it's because there were a lot of like quite loud people who were worried
Yeah.
about immigration, which is not really that big of an issue. The UK does have a lot of immigration, but immigrants are like upholding their, you know,
The population,
medical system.
the
and
medical system, all the restaurants.
yeah, like you've seen, like, I don't know if you've been to the UK. Have you been to the UK?
I was in London for a weekend a couple
When
years
you go
ago.
to London, you don't know who's an immigrant and who
Yeah, I
isn't.
know.
Like, it's so integrated.
Yes.
And I mean, Denmark also has this issue, but like the fact you can see it now after Brexit, that was a terrible decision. Their economy sucks, and their medical system has collapsed because they don't have any immigrants anymore. But it was because like that you can feed on these weird fears. Speaking of Halloween, should I dress up as a wind turbine and instill fear into old people's hearts? Anyway, it's just but it comes from a lack of communication and understanding around what these things mean for people. And I don't think people are inherently against wind turbines or solar panels or it's just a lack of understanding, or immigrants even.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't understand what the consequences are, which is why, I mean, there's two things. One is like, okay, that would be an argument for having an authoritarian regime that just did it. But the other thing is that if you made all of these decisions have trade-offs, so if they did decide, for example, to get out of the EU because they think it's better for immigration, suddenly everything else sucks. And if you do decide to put up wind turbines everywhere, maybe your, food output goes down because there's wind turbines on all your farms. So like that would be the argument against it. Like you need to find a middle ground, but the middle ground is always shitty for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So in more practical terms, maybe having the power in one person is obviously not great. But I think that there is like a reasonable solution when you have a committee of some experts on a lot of stuff that say like, okay, yeah, we can not sacrifice agriculture because we need some level of being self-sufficient, but also we need to make some sacrifice somewhere because we need the space or we need the land or whatever. So yeah, I think at some point there will be a decision that is gonna suck for someone. And
it always sucks for someone.
Yeah, and they're gonna suck it up. They're gonna have to suck it up. That's the problem. And the thing is, like, if they don't do anything, it's gonna be really terrible for the next generation.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be even worse, but not for you. So is that okay?
Yeah. Though I'm curious because it's not that I really track exactly this, so I don't have the answer. But is it always the same people who lose on these things? Like, is it always the same people who are sucking it up? So you could argue that a farmer has gone through quite a lot in the last 50 years because now, you have these big agriculture companies and now you have these wind turbines and like they've lost a lot of funding, So I feel like at some point they get fed up and maybe the wind turbines are like I'm not saying that the farmers are the ones who are in this, who are against DTU doing wind and whatever, but maybe it's a matter of they feel like they've been pushed aside so long. And then when you say, okay, suck it up, they're like, I have been for the last 50 years. Can you give me this one thing? And like, that's not for everyone. I think there are a lot of like very privileged people who live in like southern Germany and they've had this beautiful, hill behind them and they don't want a wind turbine to ruin it. I don't feel bad for them. But, in the UK with Brexit, there were a lot of people who just like hadn't had a job for a while and they felt like it was because there were too many people in the country.
Okay, yeah.
Telling people to suck it up is difficult if they already feel like they've been sucking it up for that long. Whereas if you told me to suck it up, it's because I haven't had to.
Yeah.
For a long time. Or like, I don't know. They talk about like in the north, they have like the Sami people.
Yes.
And they want to build wind farms there. And they're like, okay, we want to build a wind farm here. Suck it up. You can put your reindeer somewhere else. They're like, you literally colonized us. We've been sucking it up for hundreds of years. Like, how could you tell us that? And then it becomes a little bit more of a like, for me, a moral dilemma to tell people who are less privileged than me to like go fuck themselves, basically. But I don't know how you feel about it.
In Colombia, we have that problem because one of the best, probably the best place for putting wind turbines is in the north. In the north of Colombia is a zone called like a part of Colombia is called the Guajira, and it's right now if you go there, it's just a desert, and there are some indigenous tribes. Very few modern towns or anything. So it's basically a desert with a lot of wind and some indigenous. And the government was like, we have a lot of wind resource here. Let's put some wind farms there. Of course, there are indigenous people. We're going to have to negotiate with them. Like maybe they will give us this land and we will give them some compensation. Maybe they will be part of the project and they will be able to administer it. Like they wanted to be included. Because there are indigenous people in South America. They have been sucking it for centuries. And it is unfair to just comment like, oh, fuck you, this is my wind turbine. Fair enough. Yeah. But what you're failing to understand is like those people are not just indigenous who are oblivious to everything else. No. They now know that I have the land and now you're asking for permission. So I'm going to get as much as I can out of this. So they jacked up the prices and they are playing the victim card every time they can. And they made it so much that now is not feasible to make the wind turbines. So everyone lost. They didn't get anything out of it. We didn't put the wind turbines. And everything is like, okay, so nobody benefited. We're still burning coal, and the air quality sucks. So fuck everyone. It's like that is stupid. I think that at some point you have to say, yes, we want to include you. Like we know we are being bullies by just taking your land, but also we're gonna take the land. I think
It's
there's
just
gotta
colonization
be a middle
all
ground.
over again.
Well, I don't know. You can just give them other land that doesn't have so much wind.
You could take this less windy land.
Yeah.
Go away. Yeah, to an extent, I'm like, yeah, I mean, we all have to be part of this. And so we all have to make sacrifices, but I do feel like disproportionately there are people who make more sacrifices than others. I don't have a wind turbine in my backyard. I do have a backyard. I should put a wind turbine in it.
The realization. I do have a backyard.
I really want those tulip turbines so bad, but I'm also renting, and I feel like they'd be like, "Why the fuck is there a
Gave
fucking
you permission,
wind
and
turbine?"
then you have to go to the Helagop commune to
Yeah.
ask for permission, and a bunch of rich guys are not gonna let you put a
No.
wind turbine
I have
there.
seen one in Hello, so maybe.
Maybe you can ask them, like, "Hey,
How
was it
did
easy
you-
to put them?
How did you do this?
Where did you buy it? Let's
Where did
do
you
it."
buy it? How did you get it? It's even in their front yard,
Okay.
so like everyone can see it. Even
That's-
if I put it in the backyard,
Yeah.
it's not even like anyone's gonna see it. Maybe some rich neighbor is gonna be like, "Did Monica tell you that she got like
No.
the police got called on her car?"
No, why? What happened?
She has the garbage run car, which is like a piece of shit in
Oh yeah,
in the street?
Honda.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like covered in stickers and stuff.
Yes.
A neighbor was like, "I thought it was stolen, so I called the police because
the
it's
fuck?
not the kind of car you would normally see in that neighborhood." And we were like, "Oh my god."
Oh god.
These are the people that call the police if they see a wind turbine. These are the people that we like indigenous people, whatever. Like, but it's like the, rich, privileged people who've never had to sacrifice a thing in their lives. That's when it pisses me off. That's when I'm like, okay, that's when the authoritarian regime has to come. There should be an authoritarian regime that only polices rich people.
Maybe that's the solution. They pay more taxes, we pay more expensive energy, and we give that extra profit to the farmers and the
Exactly.
indigenous. There you go. We fixed the world.
If only.
If only.
If only. Wow. Imagine if tax the rich was like a thing.
Wow. If we could do that.
Could we just?
If you could be taxed on money about your stocks that
Yeah,
is not your money,
there's
but is your money. It's like that is so
Wow,
stupid
what a
to me.
it's so
The fact
stupid.
that they don't pay taxes for money that they have, but they can get loans from that is just so stupid.
That's. Ugh.
Yeah, and then you do the budget for your country, and guess what? We don't have enough money for building hospitals
Yeah.
and highways.
Oh no.
and,
What are we?
what a
going
nightmare.
to do?
What do you think?
What is the solution to this?
Yeah.
Tax the rich? No.
No, that
no,
cannot
no,
be
that's
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
I
what
mean,
you're talking about.
There are hardworking people who
yeah,
are.
they've earned this money.
Yeah, I mean, they don't earn anything. They just borrow from the bank.
Exactly. They don't even have money.
They
Actually,
don't have
they're
a
just
salary.
Poor.
How are they going to
yeah,
be taxed?
they're literally homeless.
Fuck them.
We're back to killing billionaires.
Yeah, I think this podcast is just coming to this again and
We
again.
hate rich people.
We hate very rich people that don't have to sacrifice shit.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you can have a great life with a tiny fraction of the money that they have.
And all you have to do is buy an inflatable chicken costume.
Yes.
And your life is good.
It was like 300 kroner.
That's great.
That was cheap.
That's cheap.
Also, it came like in 2 days. I was surprised. I ordered it and I was like, as long as it's here by Halloween, like in 2 weeks.
Was it a Danish company?
No, it was Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I know that you wouldn't like
You're
that.
making rich people richer, Juan
But
Felipe.
I have a chicken. Yeah.
You rely on the people.
Also, it's a Chinese company that
Yeah,
they
everything-
literally
like, this one's also made in
specialized
China.
on making inflatable costumes.
That's hilarious.
Yes. Imagine the
This
Chinese
is what
guy.
authoritarianism gets you.
Imagine the Chinese guy who was like, guys, I have an idea. We're gonna make a company to build inflatable costumes for the West, and
Yep.
they're gonna love it.
And they
And
were
then
correct.
they were approved, and they were a meeting of like, okay, what else do we inflate? An alien, a dinosaur, a chicken. What else? What else? Give me more. And they just put
A
it in
hot
Amazon.
dog.
A hot dog, and it fucking works. It's beautiful.
I love I have this I don't know about China. I don't know it very well, but in Japan, you know how Japan is known for like weird inventions or like
Yes.
weird TV shows and like
Yes, they're very weird.
I'm so convinced that the way that they do board meetings for like business strategy is they're like, okay, everyone gather around the table. We're going to do a brainstorming session. And they sit down, they do their brainstorming, they put it on the wall, and then they're like, okay, we're just going to take all of these ideas and do all of them.
At the same time.
At the same time. They don't do any triage. They're like, everything is great. And then they come up with things like toilet paper roll hat or like armband that turns purple sometimes when you're feeling happy or like, like bouncy.
These products that are crazy.
Yeah,
Or like
a house plant that's also a trampoline. Like they just go, they don't like hold back. Like in the West, you'd like triage down to like, hey, what's the most profitable? What would the people like? They're like, we don't give a shit. We're just gonna make all of it.
Yeah, let's do it all.
Let's do it all. Which maybe because they have so many resources and people that they can just do it.
Maybe.
Or that's their strategy, but it works every time.
Yeah, and this idea of mixing stuff, it's so nice. I recently saw that there is this sport where it's like boxing and chess.
Wow.
So you are in a round with someone, like literally, like imagine two people boxing.
Yeah.
They have a round. I don't know how long it is. Let's say it's a couple of minutes. So they punch each other.
Yeah.
And then they play chess for not like 5 minutes. The first one to get knocked out or checkmate loses.
Okay, I was thinking more like you move a piece, and if you take someone else's piece, you get to punch them in the face.
No. This is like more like a real sport, like 2 minutes. Eventually, I mean, if you just got hit in the head, it's going to be hard to play chess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
those two things actually don't go well together at all.
Yeah. Imagine you're a huge nerd. Maybe you can just checkmate in 3 moves and then you avoid getting hit. But if you don't, then you're fucked.
You win like 50% of your games because either someone hits you way too hard or you checkmate them in 3 moves.
Yeah. I think those kind of combinations are very entertaining.
Have you seen that there's a steroid Olympics now?
Yes. Yeah, it's like the Olympics, but all drugs
everyone's
are
allowed
allowed.
to be. Yeah. Which, okay, this is halfway to my dream. Actually, a third of the way to my dream. My dream is that you have combined Olympics, where you have the real Olympics plus the steroid Olympics plus normal. Like normal person.
Real Olympic?
Like you have real
You have a
athletes.
competition where you have regular athletes that do not take any drugs.
Yeah.
You have
Enhanced athletes.
enhanced athletes that are totally full of drugs.
Yeah. And you have just some guy.
And just some guy who thought, yeah, I can swim that.
Yes. And then you see, because in the steroid Olympics, it's going to be like watching the real Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's just good.
It's going to be so far out
Exactly.
of you and your capacity that you're just going to
I
be
won't
like, whoa.
understand like what's so cool about it. I'm sure they'll set a bunch of records that won't actually be official because they're on steroids. But like, I know they're trying to see how far the human body can go.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like performance enhancing drugs will actually make it look that much better. Like I'll just like they'll jump higher, but I won't have any reference. So what I need is a steroid guy, super roided up, and then just some guy doing high jump.
Yeah.
And I want to see what the difference is.
I really want to just introduce a regular guy in the Olympics.
I really want
think it
to
would be
just like
hilarious.
some guy named Jerry.
Yeah. And I bet if you were to do that, like 90-something% of the regular people who want to try that are Americans.
100%. And also, it would get the viewership up so much. I
yes.
would watch that.
I would
don't watch
watch
the
it.
Olympics.
I don't
give a
also
shit
I
about
just
the
watched
Olympics.
the highlights, but
Yeah.
I would watch the shit out of the
Exactly.
stupid guy who thought could run fast.
The equivalent to this, they did this kind of once where Jamaica had a bobsled team.
Yes, they had a movie out of that.
They had a movie out of it.
It,
They're
by the way,
shit.
is an awesome movie.
Yeah, and like the bobsled team is shit, but they had so much hype around it. They had a song, they had a movie, they had like they weren't that good at it. There's no ice in Jamaica.
Yeah,
like,
no.
and they're poor as hell. Like they're not gonna have a good team. But it was just nice to watch them.
It was so nice.
They
and
should
so wholesome.
have that all the time.
Yeah.
They they
people
keep
root
talking
for
about
the underdog.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they just laugh and it's okay.
Exactly.
I mean, you had this Australian girl that was dancing something and everyone made fun of her.
Oh, the breakdancing.
The breakdancing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, it's like
we want
that.
more of
I mean,
that.
I feel like that was it, but the problem is that she was quote unquote an athlete.
Yeah.
And she was being paid and so everything.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
But just have someone like they
Yeah.
should have swing dancing in the Olympics, and you just fucking do what you
Yeah.
want to do. Like,
Yeah. Just have a guy named, I don't know, Garry who just showed up and he's like, yeah, yesterday I was told the basics, so let's try
yeah,
this.
exactly. I can triple step, baby.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
let's
it.
Bring it on.
And then you have like the best Lindy Hoppers in the world, and you see the difference. That's
Yeah.
you make it. You appreciate it more.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Though I saw like a chart of someone like made like some sports would be really fun to watch doing that. Others would be like very sad, and others would be like dangerous.
Which ones would be
I
sad?
don't know. Like what do you think? I forgot.
Like
think-
running, fun.
Yeah,
You would just see everyone like go real fast.
yeah,
and
but
then
but
just
for
some
example,
guy.
the running, I think like the 100-meter sprint, they would just be it would just be fun because they're slow.
Yeah,
But the race where they have to jump,
like the hurdles,
I don't know how they're
like with you have to jump over the. Like,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think those would be hilarious. 'Cause
Those would be
they would
hilarious.
just fall, and you would be like, "What an idiot!"
I feel
That
like
would
the
be
ones
you.
yeah, 100%. Though I used
Yeah.
to do hurdles in like grade 8.
No,
was
I
pretty
don't
good at
mean
them.
you. I mean you, the viewer.
No, yeah, but it'd be so funny. And then okay, what would be dangerous though? You know the one where they have to like hold a very heavy ball and then like
Yes.
throw it. They like
Yes.
swing around in a circle and throw it.
Yes.
That would be dangerous. There would 100% be balls going backwards. They would be going straight up in the air. Like it would be
Yeah,
horrible.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you would have to invest more in insurance.
Yeah.
But your viewership would skyrocket.
Or did you know? I didn't know this until the Tokyo Olympics because my aunt went to see them and she got ticket. That was the getting tickets for the Olympics. Obviously, super hard, but I didn't know it's like kind of like a lottery. At
Isn't
least
it?
it was in Japan. Where
But it depends on the event. Like you sometimes look at like what people are looking at what, and there are like empty spaces.
yeah, so apparently, like obviously, some events are more popular than others.
Yes.
So when you do the lottery, it'll be like the most popular ones get sold. Like at least in Japan, it was sort of random. So like everyone could get tickets for anything as long as they entered into the lottery. But
Okay.
sometimes it's sort of you pay more and you get to go to like I don't really know what the payment system is, but for Japan it was a lottery. And my mom, my mom was also supposed to go, but then COVID happened.
Yeah, COVID happened.
My aunt got tickets for horse dancing,
Wow.
which is just there's a guy on a horse and they make it dance. Which why is that a sport? But that would be hilarious to watch someone try. It would be bad for the horse, so I really wouldn't advocate for it. I think it would hurt the horse, but it would be hilarious
Yeah.
trying to watch me control a horse
Yeah, in
to
general,
make it dance.
I don't love the sports that involve an animal.
No, me neither.
I'm not pro to
They
that.
phase them out in circus. I feel like they should phase them out in sports as well.
Yeah, I
like
think
just let
that's-
the horse live its freaking life.
Yeah, not okay. But for example, like the guys that are shooting, like maybe the average person there shouldn't be an American. Then you have a European guy.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
know, a German pacifist who just has never touched a gun in
Like
his life.
21-year-old from Berlin who's like
Yeah.
the most hippie person ever.
Yeah, and just presented with a gun and like, oh god.
Yeah, or like the really big ski jumps.
That would be dangerous.
That would be dangerous. You shouldn't do that. But it would be
Yeah.
also kind of
But
funny.
it would be, I don't know how they train for that. I'm guessing at some point they have like a baby slope or something.
I guess you just like make the slope steeper
Steeper.
every time. Like as in-
Okay, like when you're training.
Yeah, when you're training.
Yeah, I don't know anything
But there's a
about
lot
this,
of
but
things that I don't understand how they get that good without dying first.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, yes. Like there are some like physical disciplines that only work once you go fast enough
Yeah.
or once you are strong enough.
Yeah.
But how do you get there? Like there's a training process that we don't see. And then,
Yeah.
I think that if you just tried it and you've never done it before, you're going to hurt yourself badly.
Yes. Like the big ski jumps.
Yeah, maybe you can just have this, I don't know, a small selection of which sports are allowed to have a normal human, where it's fairly okay for the human. And then you just let Garry try all of them. It would be just funny if it's just that one person trying all of them. Like, yesterday he almost broke his leg riding a horse, and today he's swimming like 100
Yeah,
meters.
today he's doing a triathlon. We were talking about what the definition of a triathlon is because there's all these there's like a new flavor of midlife crisis every year where like
Yeah.
they have to add more things because someone's like done the marathon and the triathlon. Da, da, da. So I was learning what an Ironman is. I don't really know what an Ironman is. I think it's a triathlon but longer.
In my very poor understanding, yeah.
Yeah. So then I was thinking, okay, so if a triathlon, basically the definition of triathlon is it has to have the swimming, the running, the biking, and the running.
Yes, in that order.
In that
That's
order.
important.
Yes, but and there has to be a certain amount of time that you do it for, or like a length that you do it for.
Yeah.
And then the Ironman, they've extended it, but you could also shorten it so that we could all do our own little triathlons every day. Where if I bike to the ocean, no, if I run to my bike, then bike to the ocean, and then swim, I've done a reverse triathlon. And I can feel good about myself without having to go through my midlife crisis. And I think they should make names for like everyday sport achievements. Like
Okay.
because now we have Strava and everything.
Yeah.
they should like name them so that everyone can be like, oh no, yeah, I did a reverse short triathlon. It has a better
Maybe
name
you
than
can
that.
just use like the prefixes, like a mini triathlon.
Yeah.
Like you just scale everything down by by 1,000.
Exactly.
And like how maybe I can do that.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it more accessible.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to have a crisis before you're like, I'm going to train to run 42 kilometers.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
And then, and then I can feel good. Not that I have Strava, but once I turn 30, maybe I will, because that seems to be when people get Strava and start like.
I still don't have it. I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of you. And then you can put in like, did my mini reverse marathon today
Yeah.
because I read it backwards or something. Or like, there's other things. It's not just a triathlon. There's other things that I don't know about because I don't run.
Yeah, I think there are sports that you can just scale down and you still can feel good.
Yeah,
with
and then you should
yourself.
have a name for them so that people are like, I'm also an
So
athlete.
it becomes more mainstream. Like
Yeah.
and also you can have very good athletes doing the small ones in a very short time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you seen the things on Strava where it's someone like I biked around my living room 42,000 times, and so I like biked 42 kilometers, but like only in a circle.
No.
I love those guys. That's the only reason I would get Strava is to do like ridiculous things like running a marathon, but you just run 100 meters back and forth.
Oh my god, that would be so painful.
Like I don't need to see your fucking like fast bike achievements.
Yeah,
I don't care. I want to see you draw dick on your like on your neighborhood run, or like someone drew a dinosaur. I think that's way more
Yeah.
impressive than a marathon because you actually have to know like
Yes.
where to turn and when to do the eye. I think that's super impressive.
That's impressive.
And
that's a skill.
going around in a circle 42,000 times, I think is more of a measure of mental.
That's the athlete
strength.
equivalent of raw dogging a flight. Like there's raw dogging a marathon. Just
Exactly.
run in a circle.
Raw dogging a marathon, run in a circle, no music.
Oh, what? Oh, shit. Just got
You spend
intense.
3.5 hours running in a circle.
Wow. I mean, I can think of worse things, but that's pretty bad.
I think we would all be happier if we took sports a little less seriously.
I love that. I think I would. I apply that to my daily life actually. Yeah. I maybe our viewers can know that I got a job.
You got a job, yes, you
Yes.
did.
Yes. Wait.
Yay!
Well, it's kind of a job. I got offered a postdoc at the place where I'm
Hell
working. So basically, the conversation with my boss was very chill. He was like, "Hey, there is this position where you're gonna have to more or less do this. I still don't know what I have to do. I don't care. Are you interested?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then later on that week, we had a longer conversation, like about like life and my position there and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, a conversation with your boss that is nice, like a coffee conversation with your boss. And he basically said something like, "Yeah, we see that like your approach to things, like he in a very polite way said, you're weird and we like you." And I was like,
That is the
"Hell
highest compliment.
yeah."
Yes.
Yes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, these things that you do with your analogies with the potatoes, and when you do teaching, and when you do your presentations, like it seems to really connect with people that are not only in the industry, not only in the research area, and it's very nice. And we want someone with your skills working with us, because I think it could benefit like the entire department."
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I feel seen. I love my boss."
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
And he knows it.
If they pay me to do something that I like,
This is when autism pays off.
yes.
You've really shown that sometimes you need
can
a
make
mental
living.
illness. Yeah.
You can make a
Make a
living out of your mental illness. You just have to brand it in a right way, in a
Yes.
correct environment. If I
Exactly.
was working for a consultancy company full of people who have a stick
God,
up their
yeah.
ass and a tie every day, I wouldn't fit.
No, you would not.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yes, so I don't have to worry about paying rent next year.
Yay! That's good
Woo!
because you're paying me rent basically. So
That's good. That's great. Everybody wins.
everybody wins.
Yes.
Wait, can we go back to the sports thing one more time?
Yes, please.
Speaking of having comparison between people, have you seen the Japanese TV show where they pit 3 adults against 100 children in soccer?
No.
It's so good.
I think I would.
There's like, I mean, the adults win because, I mean, it's just even with 100 children, they're so, like, the children are so outmatched because when you see the goalpost, you have to stack like 4 children on top of each other in order to save anything above like, a meter.
Yeah.
So
like
they
a
just
meter
keep
and a
like
half.
kicking the ball over the goalies. And also the funny thing, you know how the goalie has a different jersey color?
Yeah.
So they have like 10 of the kids wearing the same jersey color as in like a combo goalie. But they still can't do anything because they're so short. And then there's like a bunch, like I think the goalies have been black and then the rest of them are in red. And there's just like a wave of red children running around with 3 adult men who are clearly killing them, kicking their asses. It's so good. Sports needs to be taken way less seriously, and I think it would be more accessible.
I agree. I had never heard of that.
I'm gonna
Japanese
send you the
thing.
video.
Okay,
So
I hope the
good.
video.
Okay, back to your accomplishments. Very cool.
Yeah. Very
You're
cool.
a professional now,
I'm a pro. Yeah.
and you can spend more money on stupid chicken costumes.
Hell yeah. Actually, I bought like stupid stuff now that I know that I don't really need to save
Because you
my
know
savings.
That's so. Wait, what else have you bought?
I told you that I bought a huge wind turbine from
Yeah,
Vestas.
yes, I'm so excited for that.
It's so big. It's like a half a meter in diameter. We're gonna put it in the living room, somewhere in our new place.
I'm
well,
so
it's gonna be
excited.
my new place. It's your place.
Yes,
Anyway, I literally have it in my house,
I'm so
and
excited.
it comes in a box that looks like a pizza, like a family-sized pizza. And I opened it and it's like, oh shit, this is great. I don't have where to put it right now. It's so big. Yeah, it's a model of the Vestas 236.
I love
model.
it. I'm so excited.
So excited.
Oh yeah, keep adding songs to our playlist, please.
Yeah, I will.
It's gonna be I don't know how long this party's gonna be.
I also don't know. I was thinking that I'll just sleep there.
Yeah, do it.
Yay.
Yay. Anything else?
No. Do you have any idea for the title of this episode?
No.
Well, you better think about it, bitch.
Okay, I'll think about. I'll think about it, but I don't have anything. Not yet. I had to think about the fucking topic like
Yeah, you can
yesterday
also
where I
help
went to.
with-
Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Don't you just come up with them when you're editing?
Yeah, but
normally-
sometimes nothing good comes up.
Okay.
Sometimes something good comes up. Sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah. Also, I saw that some of your friends that I don't know them put a comment.
I
in
saw
one of the
that, yeah,
videos.
Ellen.
Did you answer? Or
No, I didn't. Wait, was it on YouTube or was it on
Spotify.
Spotify? Okay, I haven't. Yeah, I
You
haven't.
should answer.
I will go. The problem is, I don't remember what she's referring to.
But you just go through the episodes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's the thing. Like it happens to me very often. So, when I'm editing, I have no idea what happened in this conversation.
Yeah.
So sometimes I hear one of us interrupt and I'm like, I have no idea what this idiot is about to say. And it goes to a completely different place that I didn't expect. And other times, like for example, you're talking and I'm like editing and for some reason I have to pause it and I'm like, what a dumbass, Valerie. And then I click play again and my recording, the person who was here now, he said like, oh, you're a dumbass. Like, oh yeah, I'm consistent.
You have one brain cell that just keeps going.
Yeah, it just
has
keeps
its-
going.
yeah.
I would have said exactly the same stupid stuff. So it's fun. It's
At least you're
yeah.
consistent.
And I leave this twice, and it's like, wow, it's interesting.
Well, I don't say this often, but thanks for editing the podcast because
Yay.
I wouldn't do it. That's so much work.
It's not so much work. If you listen to them, you know, like, oh, this guy didn't do shit in the editing here. But it's fine. Last time when it was officially the Halloween special, I found Halloween music to put in the background.
nice.
When you said like you should put Halloween music, there it is. It's not very good, but it's something.
I guess it's like non-copyrighted or like
Yeah, it's
yeah.
free. So
then
yeah,
it's shit.
it's the shit. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go have lunch.
Yay.
Hey, yeah. Okay, anything to say for the closing?
Juan Felipe supports authoritarian regimes.
Hey, yeah. I'm gonna cut that. Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
don't take sports too serious.
Yeah, don't take sports too seriously. 100% support the normal guy. Just going for it.
Gary.
Gary.
We love Gary.
We love Gary. Go
That's
Gary.
the title of our podcast.
Yeah, go Gary.
Go Gary.
Okay, that's a good title of the podcast. Hell yeah. See, it wasn't so difficult.
No, it wasn't. Now we go. I'm hungry.
Okay, let's go.
Bye.
Bye. Oh. When are we gonna learn? I just broke Valerie. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
That's healthy.
Yep.
You're ready to be a boyfriend.
Well, tell it to somebody.